Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm Daisy Fox and this is Daisy Fox Tarot. For those of you who are not so new here, welcome back. I'm so glad you decided to join us for today's pick a card reading, taking a look at what is next for you in your love life. So this reading is not specifically for either singles or those in a relationship, okay? This is for anybody, all of you, whoever, whatever your situation may be. This is just taking a look to see what is coming next in your love life. I thought this would be a really fun, lighthearted reading for us to do right now, particularly with some of the heavy energies that we have going on. We have the winter solstice. We have Mercury in retrograde. We just came out of eclipse season. I feel like a lot of us have been through a lot of heavy shit, you guys. So let's do something light. Let's do something fun. Let's find out a little bit about what you can expect next in your love life. I'm super excited to get into these. I really felt called to use the Two of Cups as the signifiers on these decks rather than the Lovers card. I just felt like the Two of Cups, it just felt right. And I just went with what felt right. The Two of Cups talks about commitment to another person. Okay. This talks about reciprocity as well. All right. You can see giving and receiving, receiving and giving, having, giving, receiving. You guys know if you if you watch Friends, you'll get it. If not, don't worry about it. But anyways, guys, I'm really excited to do this reading for you all. So let's jump right in. We have 3 tarot decks here for you guys to choose from. These will be the decks that I'll be using, or this will be the deck that I'll be using rather, in your reading. So with pile number 1, we have the totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot deck. With pile number 2, we have the Crow Tarot deck. And then with pile number 3, I have the Pulp Magazine Tarot deck here for you all. So take a little bit of time, pause the video if you need to, meditate on the cards. Those timestamps will be in the description box down below, okay? So check those out. You might see some repeating numbers. Sometimes that happens after editing. It just works out perfectly. So if you see those numbers repeating, that might be a sign for you. It's not something that I do intentionally by any means at all. I honestly, I'm not even sure how I would do it intentionally, but yeah, you guys, I'm super excited to do this reading for you guys today. I'm super excited to find out what is coming next for you all in your love life, all right? So like I said, take some time, pause the video if you need a little bit of extra time, and I will see you all in your readings. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot deck, and today we are going to find out what is coming up next for you all in your love life. So I'm super excited to do this for you guys. I think this is going to be a really fun reading, really lighthearted reading, all right? So let's go ahead and jump right in and find out, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to just kind of slide over here to the side, slide this deck over to the side for now. We're going to start with some oracle cards and then we will get into your tarot. So starting off with your herbal astrology oracle cards here. And I feel very strongly, this one on the back, just jumping around. And then let's grab a couple of these as well. Kind of just looking at some qualities or attributes of your relationship or of your person is what we're using those for today. And then any other additional messages. And, ooh, those two both want to come out, so we'll do that. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look, see what we have here. I feel like we need to start with these first, so that's what we'll do. We have, oh my God, you guys, these are beautiful. I love this. I love this so much. First, we have commitment. Then we have caching. Oh, wow, 8 and then 7. And then we have number 36 with play. Wow, 6 and 3 is 9, you guys. You have 7, 8, and 9. Wow, wow, wow. I love that. I think I'm going to put them up here, actually. Okay, and then let's see what else we have here. We have Milk Thistle, number 23, Peaceful Warrior. ruled by both the moon and Mars. Oh, I love that. That's such a beautiful energy. Let's see here, I want to make sure you guys can see your cards. I want to apologize for my lighting too. On the side of this side of my house where I record, the light just starts to wane mid-afternoon. Let me mess with the lighting for a minute. I don't want to like wash out your cards and get the too saturated here or too much of a glare, but I want to make sure you can actually see. And then we have Curious Cat, Independence, Spontaneity, and Balance. This says Agile, Hunter, Protector, and Friend. Summon the mystical magic of nature. And then we have Serene Swan. This says, Regal Goddess, cloaked in white feathers, bestow on me the gifts of love and beauty with elegance, purity, and peacefulness. Aw, you guys, this is such a beautiful reading. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see. Before we jump in, I do want to go ahead and grab your tarot cards. So let's do that real fast for my pile number ones here. All right. What is next for you? All in love. Those two and this one. Okay. That's what I'm feeling for now, and if we need more, we will get those. So we have, you guys, I shuffled that and the Two of Cups still came out. Crazy. Commitment for sure. Commitment for sure. King of Wands. The Empress. Beautiful. The Magician. All right, these cards are a little slippery. Strength. And look at that coming out under Peaceful Warrior as well. Then Five of Wands. Okay. Next for you guys in your love life. Okay. So I'm definitely seeing, I would say for 99.9% of you here, you are already in a committed relationship. If you are not, and you're like in a situation where you're like kind of ready to take things to the next level, I am seeing that like this is 100% what I like, that is 100% being promised here for you guys. Taking things to the next level, definitely what I'm seeing here. If you're, like I said, if you're already in a committed relationship, I'm hearing like this is just like a strengthening of that commitment. You know, I'm seeing here, wow, you guys, there's just so much. Sorry, I'm trying to like listen to the messages and gather my thoughts. I don't even know where to start because there's just so much beautiful energy here and so many synchronicities as well for you all. So let's just go ahead and start with your oracle cards, honestly. Caching. Okay, I feel like I think you guys are... This very much feels like saving for a rainy day. And then, of course, we have this play here where they're playing in the rain. Saving for a rainy day. You guys have been... Honestly, I feel like you've been investing a lot in your relationship. You guys have both been investing a lot. I'm hearing here like reciprocity is a big thing. Both parties have really been putting in the effort, putting in the work, okay, to make this relationship work to its like greatest extent, to like its I'm hearing like highest vibrational expression of your relationship is what I'm seeing here. And I mean, we have that echoed all throughout here. The Empress, the Magician, King of Wands, Strength. Like we are seeing so much of that. And even with Five of Wands, which can talk about conflict, I see that you guys work through conflict so well. So what's next I'm seeing for you is an up-leveling of your relationship, a strengthening of your commitment to each other, a renewed, I'm hearing like almost a renewed interest in the commitment as well. So maybe one or both parties have been feeling a little I'm hearing the word depleted. And I think this is something that's coming from the outside. I think this is something that's coming, and what I mean by that is it's like this feeling of depletion is coming from the outside world. It's coming from the things that just go on in your day-to-day life that really have nothing to do with your relationship, but they do tend to deplete our relationships with others, not just romantic, but also otherwise. Anybody that we are in relation with in any way, shape, or form can be impacted by the stressors and the conflict and the confrontation that we have to deal with in the outside world. What I am seeing you guys doing is you're like really transcending that here. You guys have been both investing a lot in your relationship, putting just as much in as what you get out of it, okay? And look at this, like I said, once again, we see this reciprocity here. I really feel this commitment card is kind of an echo to the Two of Cups. So it's so beautiful that it came out. I'm just seeing that you guys are like, you're truly enjoying each other's company, okay? When it comes to conflict, when you guys do encounter conflict, it's like, you guys treat it with this peaceful warrior card. I'm feeling like you guys treat this with like, you treat conflict as in like, we're on the same team. We're going to handle this together. We're going to figure this out together. We're going to work through this together as a team. We're not on opposing sides. We're on the same side. It's us against this issue, not us against each other within the issue. You know what I mean? So I feel like that is what I'm seeing here. And if you guys are not currently in this energy, if you're like, meh, I mean, you're kind of working towards that, this is what I'm seeing that's coming next for you, is a deepening of your commitment. And honestly, I'm hearing like committing to having fun together as well with this play card here. Committing to having fun together. Curious Cat 2 is coming out. I'm hearing like curious about each other. I mean, spontaneity really jumped out at me when I pulled this card, and I immediately heard you guys are going to start being a little bit more spontaneous, maybe in your sex life, maybe in your dating in general, like going out on dates together. You know, if you are in a committed relationship and you have been for a while, it can be kind of hard to like get back into that fun, playful energy because you kind of settle into your routines and you settle into your lives, and you've both got, you know, maybe jobs, and maybe you have kids, and maybe, you know, all the things, right? And we're coming up on the holidays. And even for those who don't celebrate the holidays, that doesn't negate the fact that like when the collective is stressed, when everyone else around you is stressed because of the holidays, even if you don't celebrate those holidays, the holidays tend to be stressful for you as well. Okay. And then also, like I said, in the intro, we have, you know, winter solstice, we have Mercury in retrograde, we just came out of eclipse season. Like, we're also, I mean, with the winter solstice, of course, comes the shortening of days. We're not seeing as much sunlight. Sometimes our mental health is impacted by this. And of course, when our mental health is being impacted, our relationships are being impacted. But what I'm seeing here is you guys are remaining curious about getting to know each other, or learning each other, or like knowing each other deeper. You're still remaining curious about your partner, even though maybe this has been a long-term relationship and you've been together for quite a while. Okay. So what I see coming next for you all is like this deepening of your relationship. You're going to find that even when you are in conflict, like, or experiencing conflict, even between the two of you, there's a sense of like peace, peaceful warrior, serenity with the serene swan as well. You know, there's this, there's just like this wholeness, this wholesomeness within, or like regarding your relationship, your marriage. Like I said, this, you know, whatever the situation might be for you. Now, if for some reason you've picked this pile and you are single and you're like, I literally don't have a person, like I'm not in a relationship, I don't have a special person right now, you know, right here, this is a promise for you that this person is out here. This energy is out there for you. Maybe there's someone you have in mind. Maybe there's not anybody you have in mind. If that is you, if that's the case, this is sitting here saying that this energy is available for you. You are stepping into an energy where you are able to not just receive love from from someone else, but also reciprocate that same amount of love and attention and caring and commitment that they can provide you, okay? Maybe you find yourself in one-sided relationships often where you're giving most of the energy, you're doing most of the work, and the other person is just not reciprocating. You're gonna find yourself in a different situation in this next relationship. And like I said, if you are currently in a relationship, we are seeing a deepening here of this, okay? A willingness to go deeper within this relationship. And then moving on to your tarot cards here, we've talked about the Two of Cups and that reciprocity, that commitment, okay? That commitment to not just the relationship, but that commitment to, it's like a commitment to giving as much as you receive. You know, a commitment to being there for the other person when they need you. And knowing that that other person will be there for you in those same situations. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is a really beautiful energy. King of Wands here. Passion. You guys, if you felt things maybe feeling a little stale, okay, I'm seeing that kind of working itself back up, okay? You're going to find a renewed passion for this person, for your relationship, for your love, okay? I think the spontaneity here is going to play a big part in this, all right? But I also think, because the King of Wands is not just sporadically passionate. It's not just, what am I trying to say? Like unbridled passion or like poorly directed or misdirected passion or misguided passion. The King of Wands is very passionate, very confident, very secure, very in control. He like experiences his passion and he goes after what he's passionate about, but not in a reckless way, in a way that is very careful. There's like this careful consideration to it. So perhaps, you know, what you're going to be experiencing is this very intentional passion being experienced, okay? Being, I'm hearing like gifted to you by your partner, like your partner wanting to ensure that, that the passion that you have for the relationship is being reciprocated, that they want you to know that they are passionate about you as well here. And then we have the Empress here talking about abundance, okay, fertility and abundance of love. I'm also hearing if you guys have been working together, like you share money, you've been building a life together, working together in that way. I am hearing here that you guys are going to be, because if you see here with the Empress, she has like all the things. She has like all the material goods, all the things she could ever want. I'm seeing here that you guys are going to be experiencing financial abundance as well. Okay. Also with the Empress, just for some of you, and I'm seeing, and I saw this with the play card as well, Magician too. I do want to throw this out there. If any, and caching also, lots of different things that I saw that like, I was like, oh, okay. If you have been, excuse me, if you have been trying to conceive, if you have been looking at starting a family, I am seeing here that like all the signs are good for that. Lots of positive, auspicious signs. The Empress is the pregnancy card. She's the card of fertility, okay? This play card here, if you notice, it's not just two crows, there's a third crow here. And when I saw this play card, I thought, wow, it's like bringing a third party in, but I feel like it's a child. If you notice, actually, it's almost like this bird is sitting here with their mouth open, like this is a baby bird that's still being fed by their mother. And then over here with caching, like implanting this pearl into the ground. I just, you guys, so I'm not saying if this is like, if you're not wanting to be pregnant, if you're not trying to conceive, if that's not something that you're interested in, don't worry about it. If it doesn't resonate, it's totally fine. But there might be some, I think there's more than just there might be. I think there are for sure a few people here who are trying to conceive or are seriously considering it. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign that now is the right time. This is that sign, is what I'm hearing. Now is a good time. If you have been wanting to, I guess you could say, take your relationship to the next level. For anybody here, if you've wanted to take your relationship to the next level, whether that's the next level of commitment, whether that's buying a home together, whether that's sharing your finances, whether that's bringing in, a new life into this world, having a child, all the signs, like this is a very auspicious time for you to begin planning that. I'm seeing those things, I'm seeing those things work out, not just not just that this is a good time, but this is a good time, and it's like meant to work out. This is like I said, auspicious timing, okay? So the Magician here, yes, crafting the life that you want. I see you guys building a life together, okay? So like I said, if you're not quite to the really serious commitment part, I'm seeing that this is what's coming for you, okay? Building a life together, creating the life together that you want. And there's this strength card here. I love the strength card in this deck because it gives off this gentleness. Sometimes strength cards kind of they give like this boldness and this courage and this like big, bold, very loud Leo energy, right? But with this deck, this strength card, it's like strength, but it's soft, like he's playing the violin and it's just like this softer, different, it's just a different type of strength here. It's like this soft strength. It's like, it's like I'm hearing because your relationship is so strong, you have a soft place to land when things don't go out there in the world, when things don't go as anticipated. When there's conflict, when there's issues out there in the world, it's like your relationship gives you strength. It helps you maintain your strength. It fills your cup so that you can be strong. And there's this, like I said, there's this softness there to it. I mean, look, he's on this soft green grass. Like there's just this beautiful softness to this card. It's like strong but soft. And that's what I feel like this relationship is. I feel like you guys have withstood quite a bit. I mean, I think that's why you are where you are now, honestly, in your relationship. But it's like, God, it's just played out so beautifully, you guys. And you now have this soft, secure place to land when the outside world is giving you issues, is giving you problems, okay? When the outside world is maybe being a bit cruel, to be honest with you. You just have a beautiful place to land. So what I'm seeing for you guys, my pile number ones, your reading was so clear, crazy. What I'm seeing overall is just this renewed commitment, this commitment to playing, to having fun together, to tackling obstacles both within your relationship and without, in the outside world, tackling obstacles with peace. You're on the same team, you're working together. There's a little bit of spontaneity coming in as well, a little bit of fun coming in too. It's going to spice things up. You guys are going to be really feeling this reciprocity. You're going to feel like you're being given as much as you give, like your partner gives just as much as you do. This reciprocity, this fairness, I'm hearing too, okay? The serenity, this peacefulness as well coming in, and I'm hearing like soothing. It's very soothing. Actually, milk thistle is very soothing. It can soothe like digestive issues. That's that's one of the many uses of milk thistle. And with it being milky, it's alkaline, right? So it neutralizes acid. It neutralizes and acid is corrosive. It cuts through things, it burns through things. It's like you guys have just this like, I don't know. It's like just such a soft, smooth energy with this relationship. So if the outside world is feeling really harsh and things are feeling really hard right now, I'm hearing like hold to the fact that you guys have each other, okay? And then, like I said, if you are thinking, if you guys are wanting to conceive, thinking about having a child, maybe you're currently pregnant, there's just lots of auspicious signs for that as well. Very, very positive outlook there. All right. So this is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. This is so beautiful. I'm so glad I was able to read your energy today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you guys this message as well. This is just so beautiful. Anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Crow Tarot, and today's pick a card reading, we are going to find out what is next for you in love. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. I'm super excited to do these for you. I really love doing these readings. They're just so, I don't know, they're just usually so overwhelmingly positive and such a bright light, I guess you could say, during dark times. Lots of heavy energy. Like I had said in the intro, we just came out of eclipse season. We just came out of eclipse season. Winter solstice is like right up on us. I think this is going to go out the day after winter solstice. We are in Mercury retrograde. Like, you guys, it's just all the things. So this is just light-hearted, fun reading that's just kind of meant to like brighten your day, honestly, you guys. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We've got a couple of oracle cards. We'll do those, and then we will jump into your tarot. So let's start here. We're just going to look at these attributes of your relationship, maybe of this person here. I'm feeling these two right here, you guys. So we have humble honeybee and sensitive sloth. And then pile number 2 is what is next for them in love. We have Mucuna with Journey, ruled by Mercury and Uranus. And then let's see, we are going to get a couple of these for you all from my pile number 2. So I definitely am feeling that one. Let's get one more, and there she is. Okay. Let me mess with my light here. The sun is slowly going down, but I don't want to like create like a crazy glare and oversaturate your cards. Let's see here. So, release and battle. Okay. Interesting. Let's move these. So we have release, we have battle, we have Mucuna. I feel like I never say it right. Ruled by both Mercury and Uranus. And then we have sensitive sloth with tranquility, tolerance, and diplomacy. And this says, peaceful spirit of the trees, teach me stillness in the winds of change. Right. And with humble honeybee, we have work ethic, camaraderie, and drive. And this says, golden gem, adorning flowers, give me strength to realize my dreams. Oh, and look at the little heart on its little abdomen there, or I guess in the back of its wings. All right, beautiful. Interesting here to see this kind of, this duality here between tranquility, tolerance, diplomacy, and then we have battle over here as well. Perhaps you guys have been kind of going through a rough time on your journey together. Okay, you've come up to a place in your journey, in your relationship, where things have been a bit rocky, maybe. Maybe there's been, I'm hearing like an upset, something that you've had to let go of. Maybe one or both of you had some dreams that you've had to let go of. You've had to release and let go, and now it's just kind of I'm hearing like you're almost like at each other's throats. Because you're both hurting. That's what I'm hearing. Because you're both hurting. It's like you guys have both experienced, like you've had to grieve the loss of something and let go. Interesting. Let's get your tarot cards and learn a little bit more about this. Pile number 2. Learn a little bit more about what is next for you in your relationship, in your love life. And we'll talk about the meanings of this for my singles as well. Let's see here. Let's see what we have. Your tarot. We have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Release. Having to leave something behind, going on a new journey, and leaving something behind that no longer serves you. We have the Empress. We have the High Priestess. Yeah. We have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, she flew right off of there. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Three of Cups. Okay. All right. Pile number 2. I'm seeing here that absolutely there's been something that you have had to release and let go, okay? I think it's something that you fought quite hard for, okay? It's something that, I mean, you fought for as hard as you could. It's possible that this was a relationship. Perhaps you are kind of on the other side of a relationship, one that you fought really, really hard for. You tried, you did your best, and it just did not work out. You are on a new, I'm hearing like a new stage in your journey, a new chapter of your journey, one where you're going to find peace. You're going to find like this tranquility, this diplomacy here. You're finding this peacefulness. I think this peace that you weren't getting to experience in your past relationship. So I am honestly seeing a relationship come in to your sphere. Okay, I'm seeing a relationship come into your sphere. Now, I don't know, I can't tell you the exact timing of this. This is a general reading, and in general, timing is kind of hard with tarot. Everybody has free will. Everybody has the ability to, like, you know, the future is not just static. It's constantly changing, okay? So it's something to keep in mind here, but I see that you are going to find some, like this says camaraderie here and drive. I think you were, to be quite honest with you, oh, and look at all these little clovers. And luck, I'm feeling as well. Yeah, and look at this little moon here. Okay, so guys, really what I'm feeling here is that you really fought hard for a relationship. And that was not being reciprocated. You weren't in it together. That person wasn't in it together with you. Like they weren't in the trenches with you, not in the way that you really wanted them to be. They didn't fight for you guys like you were fighting for it. You know, you were really fighting hard for this relationship, and this other party just was not really able to reciprocate for whatever reason. And you have now had to let go of this, you know, even if though it's something that you fought so hard for. What I'm seeing though, coming next for you in your love life, whenever you are ready, okay, whenever you're ready, we're seeing like passion, like a passion, finding passion with someone who makes you feel loved and cared for, someone who pours into you, someone who celebrates your accomplishments, your achievements. Perhaps this last person just, or, you know, or maybe you're kind of on the way out of a relationship and you're like, man, I'm just not sure this is going to work. You know, you could be anywhere within that, but I definitely feel like this is like a relationship that has kind of come to an end. It's kind of ran its course. All like everything that could have been done has been done, and it is what it is, and we're just kind of at the end with this release card, and it's time to just, release this other party and let them go, and you go on your way as well, and you're no longer fighting this. I'm hearing like this, I'm hearing like never ending fight. Maybe it felt like it was a never ending fight, a never ending battle, but I'm seeing you move out of that space. Okay. So I'm seeing you move out of that space. And if you look, it's like this crow is just like immediately picked up and just soared. And that's what I'm seeing for you all in your next relationship. Okay. Or what's next for you in your love life. You are going to find yourself, first of all, feeling very free once you've left this old energy behind. Of course, that's not to say that you're not going to grieve. That's not to say that this isn't going to be challenging. This could, or to negate any sort of challenge or fears or, I guess you could say like negative energy around this. Okay. Negative feelings around having to leave this behind. All right. That's not to like invalidate any of that, but there are like bigger, better, brighter things on the horizon for you here with the Empress card. We see all this fertility, all this abundance here, this beautiful flowing river, these trees that are just so like they're standing so tall and proud, and then they're bearing so much fruit as well, is what this is saying. It's like giving us an up close view, like a slice where we have an up close view of the trees and the abundance. Okay. And so I'm seeing that that's like I think you knew, you were like, you know what? I think there's bigger and better things out there for me. And I really need to move out of this situation and let this go because it's not good for me anymore. Okay. I feel like you're kind of stuck in this high priestess energy right now where you can't it's just not super clear where the next step is, where the next, love interest is coming from, maybe where this person's coming from. I think honestly, to be honest with you guys, I think this person is going to it's going to feel like they come out of nowhere. And I really want to use the word blindside, like it kind of blindsides you. I know that might have some negative connotations, but I really don't mean it in any sort of negative way at all. And I don't think your guides do either. This is very much, it's just going to come out of nowhere when you least expect it. With the High Priestess here, there is a cloth, or a sheet or a blanket or a curtain hiding what's like back behind her. It's like hidden knowledge, hidden esoteric knowledge of the future, knowledge of different spiritual esoteric practices. Okay. Very much talks about something being hidden from you, not being able to fully see the outcome of a situation, possibly very much like, but very much sitting in this divine feminine receiving energy where you're just letting it flow and you're letting the doors, the curtains open at their own, like, I almost want to say at their own leisure, just like on their own, just letting it flow, letting it happen like that. I feel like this is the energy that you guys are sitting in right now. And you're like, okay, I'm just going to kind of hang out and do my own thing here. And not, and just kind of wait it out. Something that's really popping out at me in this card, I don't know if you can see these pomegranates here. These pomegranates make me think of Persephone. Okay. She comes out of the pomegranates were used to trick her into being stuck in the underworld, marrying Hades. Okay. And then every spring she reemerges. Oh, I wonder if that's some timing for you guys. This emerging right here, this passion. Because I feel like this crow is you, and this might be the other, and like another party coming in, like a person coming in that you're like, oh, I feel passion with this person. I feel a connection to this person that I've never felt before with anyone else, I think that's, this could be timing here, talking about spring, possibly coming out of the underworld. And this doesn't even have to mean like, oh, the first day of spring or whenever that technically is. This could even be just on the other side of the solstice, the other side of winter. You know, that darkest day when the days start getting longer and longer again. Like I said, it's going to be different for everybody, you know, but that does feel like a little hint as far as timing goes, is we're coming out of this dark energy, maybe kind of feeling trapped in the underworld or in a dark place, a darker relationship, and we're emerging from that. And I feel like you have emerged, or you are in the process of releasing this. Excuse me, you guys. I keep like, my throat needs to be cleared. I don't know what's going on. Throat chakra energy here going on. Maybe you guys are finally speaking up for yourself. Or maybe this was a relationship where you felt like you couldn't speak up for yourself. But what I'm seeing here is a relationship where you can speak up for yourself and not feel intimidated to do that, or afraid to do that, or concerned that, you know, oh, if I speak up, if I say something, it's only going to cause a problem. So I just might as well be quiet because I don't want to deal with the conflict that comes with, you know, all of that. But what I'm seeing here, you guys, this next chapter, passion, so much passion that you and this other person have for each other. We've got the sun up there as well, this beautiful, vibrant, youthful energy. This person is going to make you feel young again. And if you are already, if you're like, I'm feel pretty young, it's just going to be like, it's going to be like this vibrancy, this feeling of renewal, you know that first warm day after it's been cold and dark, and you're like, oh my God, the sun finally. At least I know that's how I am. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to live in the sun and live where it's hot all the time. I love the sun. You know, it's just like having that feeling renewed, re-energized, you know, and I'm seeing that here. This is what's coming next for you as a person coming in that's really going to like ignite this passion, you know, and it's going to be mutual is what I'm hearing here. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups can talk about self-care. Okay, so I think this is someone who's going to, in contrast to what you've experienced in the past, this person they want you to put yourself first. They want you to make sure that your needs are met. They want you to make sure that you're taken care of emotionally. They want to make sure that you have the space. And interesting, we have the sun and the moon here. Look at that duality. And didn't I say that earlier, this duality between tranquility and diplomacy and tolerance and this battle card? Yeah. But this is like this is like a tumultuous type of duality that you're coming out of. You're coming out of this tumultuous time. This type of duality is a duality between action and passion and like love and filling each other's cups and really having a deep emotional connection. It's not just all passion and romance and sex. It's also like a deep emotional fulfillment. This person makes you feel like your cup is full. They fill your cup up. It's not you constantly trying to pour from a nearly empty cup, and you're pouring and giving all of yourself to this person, and you're receiving just drops, just tiny little drips back. That is not what I'm seeing for you guys. You are not going to be in that energy anymore. And if you have been in that energy, I am so sorry. Like that's so hard. I've been there. I know what that feels like, to just pour all of yourself into someone, into a relationship, and to just receive just tiny crumbs back. It's not fair. And it's not fair. It's not right. It's wrong. It shouldn't be like that. That's not true reciprocity. And what I'm seeing here is true reciprocity. And I'm also seeing here a true friendship being formed with this person as well, with a 3 of Cups. Okay. So this might be someone who, you know, could be someone that you know, maybe from a friend of a friend of a friend. Maybe there's some sort of connection like that. But I don't think this is someone that I guess I don't want to say it couldn't be, but I think for a lot of you here, This is not going to be somebody that that you have in mind. And to be honest with you, I don't think you have anybody in mind. I think if you clicked on this reading after having come out of this situation, you're like, I just want to know, is there any hope? Is there any hope for me? I don't know that I'm ready for a relationship right now, but is there any hope? Yes. Absolutely. There is so much hope. There is someone who is going to fill your cup, someone who is going to be passionate, just as passionate about your relationship as you are about it. Someone who's going to be like a friend to you. They're going to be more than just your partner or just your significant other. They're also going to be like your best friend, is what I'm hearing here. I'm also hearing this energy of like celebration. Perhaps your last, like, because we have this laurel here, and the Three of Cups can kind of talk about celebrating someone's achievements or celebrating, each other. Perhaps your last partner they had a really hard time celebrating your achievements. Perhaps they had a really hard time being happy for you because they felt so insecure about themselves. And so you didn't feel like you could take your accomplishments, your achievements to them. You didn't feel like it would be it would be received well, like they wouldn't receive that well. They wouldn't, it's like they just couldn't be happy for you. That's really what I'm feeling here. And I'm seeing here for you all that this is going to change. This next relationship, what's coming up next for you in love, is also someone who is able to celebrate and appreciate your accomplishments and not feel like insecure about it. Not feel like, oh, well, if you're like, oh, well, you did that, so that I guess that means that I'm nothing, or I guess that means that you don't need me anymore. It gives me the ick. It gives me the ick. But I think it's something that you've had to go through. And I think your guides are really sitting here telling you or wanting you to know, reassuring you that it doesn't have to be like that. And the next one isn't going to be. They're going to be able to celebrate your accomplishments and your achievements. They're able to be a real friend towards you. You're going to find someone who is more tolerant, okay? Someone who is less, they're not so aggressive whenever they get upset. And then with the humble honeybee here, I'm kind of hearing that as well, that tolerance, that humility. I'm hearing here, like, we're seeing camaraderie. Like I had said, there's like true reciprocity here. And then of course with the clovers, luck, 100%. I feel like you are definitely getting lucky with this person, maybe in multiple ways. But this person, it's like a stroke of good luck that they're coming into your life, bringing so much passion, so much joy, so much emotional connection as well. I feel like you guys are connecting on multiple levels here. And I love that for you all, and so much abundance and happiness coming your way. So this is what I'm seeing for pile number 2. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for being here. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message. If you enjoyed the reading, please like the video, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Pulp Magazine Tarot deck, and today we are going to take a look to see what you can expect next in your love life. Okay, so what is coming next for you in love? Like I said in the intro, I just felt like this would be such a beautiful, fun reading to do for you all, especially given the times, the the unprecedented times that we have to continue to live through. But, with all of the world stuff. And then we also have this winter solstice here, that energy. We've got Mercury in retrograde. We just came out of eclipse season. It's like the days are getting shorter. There's less sunlight. Y'all know it can be a really challenging time in multiple different ways. So I felt like for you all, this would just be the perfect reading, such a beautiful, uplifting reading. And that's what we're doing here, okay? Beautiful, uplifting, what is next for you in love, all right? So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to move your tarot deck over here to the side. We'll pull cards from her in a minute. Let's go ahead and start with your oracle cards here for my pile number 3s. What can they expect next in love? And I am hearing that one and this one right there. And then we have, give me just a minute, you guys. Let me mess with the lighting. The sun is going down. Well, it's not really going down. I guess, well, it is, but it's not at sunset yet or anything. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nope. Wrong button. Wow. Absolutely not. There we go. That's even, that's mostly better just by comparison. I don't want to saturate your reading or have these crazy glares over here. So we'll have to mess with your lighting. Bear with me, guys. Let's see here. So moving on. Let's do this oracle deck for you as well. For my pile number 3s, what is next for you in love? And you know, I'm hearing that one as well. And then last but certainly not least, for my pile number 3s here, what is next for them in love? Okay, and that one too. All right. Okay, let's start here. We have growth, number 23. We have trickery. And we have illusion. Let's move these over so we can fit all your cards since you guys have some extra ones. And I'm going to move your tarot tarot deck just kind of right off camera. Okay. Then we have Jurgon, Sasha, guys, I probably can't pronounce it right, with number 22, Transfiguration, ruled by Pluto and Mars. And then we have, oh wow, number 25, Cat's Claw, Purification, also ruled by Pluto and Mars. Interesting. So I'm hearing like next for you in love, there's like a transformation happening for sure. Growth as well. We see growth here. Let's see. Your cards are like sloping. Okay. Then we have Jolly Jellyfish, Acceptance, Faith, and Transparency. And this is fluid form floating in the sea. Release my doubt and let my light shine. And then we have Happy Hedgehog with Curiosity, Energy, and Productivity. And this says, sprightly critter of the forest, help me discover new opportunities. Okay. Adorable. Guys, I cannot with this lighting. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to pause the video real fast, pause recording, or edit out, honestly, me messing with the light. Because can y'all see that? I can barely see it. I feel like you guys definitely can't. So give me a minute. Okay. Pile number 3. We're back. I think I fixed the lighting a little bit. I'm sorry. Maybe I can fix it in while I'm editing. Maybe I can fix the lighting with the video. I don't know. I hope you guys can see your cards. I'm so sorry for the poor lighting. Let's go ahead here and jump in and grab your tarot cards next. And find out a little bit more about what is next for you in your love life. So my pile number 3s, and I'm hearing this back one and this front one. Okay. Let's see what we have here for you all. So we have 4 of Cups. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Swords. We have 9 of Cups. We have Death, and I love that coming out right underneath that Transfiguration card. And we have the Hierophant. Okay. You know, when I flipped the Hierophant over, I heard back to the drawing board. Or back to the drawing board. Back to basics. Oh, back to basics. Yeah. Okay, pile number 3. Sorry, I was just taking in all your cards here. I'm seeing in pile number one, it was like obvious that pretty much everyone there was in a current relationship. In pile number two, it was like pretty obvious that everyone was coming out of a relationship. In your pile number three, the energy is really interesting because it's like this. It's like this interesting energy. I'm trying to like find the words here. It's like a relationship. It's like you're in a relationship that's starting to change, to transform. Things coming up to the surface. Things being illuminated and coming up to the surface with the need, with the need to be dealt with. I'm seeing a period of time here where you've been quite dissatisfied with your current love life situation. Whether you're in a relationship or not, I'm seeing this dissatisfaction here. We have the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Both of these cards are talking, Four of Cups talks about not really being thrilled about what life has to offer, not really being thrilled about what's being offered. Particularly in this deck, in the depiction of this deck, she's obviously not interested in the cup that's being offered here by this other party with the Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, okay, I want to show this because I think this is important for your reading. We have this shadow of a man here offering something to her, and she's obviously not having it. Then we have with the Five of Pentacles, we have the shadow of a man here behind her. And, in this particular reading, not always, but in this particular reading, I feel like she's also not interested in whatever this man has to offer her. It's like there's this shadow, there's this heaviness. Like almost like she's always having to like watch behind her back. And then we see a feeling, Four of Swords is talking about being burnt out. We see this like burnout. And so what I'm seeing here with your tarot cards specifically is wherever you've been, wherever your love life is right now, it's not been very satisfying. It almost feels like a shadow hanging, like some sort of shadow, like something hanging over your head, hanging out behind your back. Because you've noticed her back is turned in both of these. It's like whatever is being offered, whether it's physical offering with Pentacles or an emotional offering with Cups, it's like it's just ain't it. It's like there's this sense of dissatisfaction. And with her and her baby here, it's like an unwillingness to, like, it's like an unwillingness to be vulnerable or like not feeling safe with this person. Not feeling safe to feel vulnerable, not feeling safe, like it's okay to be vulnerable. And then transfiguration, purification. I mean, these cards are talking about big changes, transformation that starts under the surface. Pluto is a planet, kind of a mystery, transformation, like on the, I kind of want to, like in the depths, on the outskirts, right? Like kind of way deep down. I think you all are going through a really big period of growth personally, pile number 3, I think that's what I'm seeing here for you all, is you guys have been going through like a pretty big, like a pretty significant personal journey. And I think these are things, it's not just impacting, like, it's not just a journey that has to do with your relationship. I'm hearing that it's a journey that's just kind of impacting every area of your life. I think that's why we're seeing so much swords and pentacles and cups and, you know, all of these different energies here. And I think it's because this is impacting your whole life. You're going through a transformation that's impacting your whole life, or this relationship being transformed or transmuted, maybe the energy being transmuted is impacting every area of your life. Your emotional health, your physical health, your mental health. You know, honestly, pile number 3, it's challenging because this is a general reading. So there might be some of you here who are in a relationship and there might be some of you who aren't. To be honest with you though, this definitely feels like the majority of you are in a relationship. You're in a relationship and it's just not been what you were hoping for. It's impacting every area of your life, like I said, emotional, physical, mental. And it's worn you down. And look, I've been curious about this 9 of Cups here because it's so just like off brand, off from everything else that we're seeing here, all the other energy that we're seeing here. But it's coming out right under this illusion card. Like there's this illusion of satisfaction. There's this illusion of personal satisfaction. But when you look in the mirror, when you really think deep down, feel deep down, are you actually satisfied? Are you actually happy? Interesting. Interesting message here, pile number 3, because what I'm seeing here is you going through a big period of growth, of transformation. This purification with cat's claw too. That's what purification really is it's like the energy, it's like by knocking down, same thing with the Yurgon Sasha transfiguration, kind of echoing the Tower card here. Something not like purification and transfiguration. This is talking about something not being built on the best foundation, not having, like, not really being quite there, quite exactly what you need, okay? And it being transformed, transfigured, purified. And in order for that to happen, sometimes things have to fall apart in order for them to come together. And that's kind of the message here is that I'm seeing is like with this, it's like there are things that are having to fall apart so other things can come together. This is a big period of growth for you. With trickery and illusion there is something that is not really what it seems. There's something about something that's not really what it seems. Let me grab it. I'm going to grab this card right off the top. I like it when you guys can see because I think it just, I don't know, builds trust, I guess, between me and internet reader on the other side with the ability to edit and do all that stuff. And you guys just being vulnerable and open, saying, yeah, I'm going to, I want to get a reading. So anyways, top card of your deck, Queen of Cups, about this illusion and this trickery. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go with this because this is really what I'm feeling. And if there are a few outliers here, take what resonates, leave the rest, perhaps look at the other piles. I'm not trying to be dismissive, but this is just so specific, but I just it's what I'm hearing. So I'm going to say it. I'm seeing that you are in a relationship. I'm seeing that it has not filled your cup like it was supposed to. the illusion that it was going to fill your cup was there. This other person, it's like there's some sort of trickery there, manipulation, and someone not being forthcoming, okay? And I think that this has been hanging over your head and bugging you. Deep down, it's been bugging you, okay? This person was giving the illusion that they could make you happy, that they could satisfy your needs, that they could, fill your cup and be there for you. And, in a way that feels like, what am I trying to say? In some relationships, particularly in relationships that are very healthy and each party is reciprocating and giving as much as they are receiving, etc., and they're truly concerned for their partner's well-being, being in the relationship with that person can feel like self-care. The Queen of Cups is like the queen of self-care. And when you're in a relationship with the right person, it feels like self-care. Going home to this person when you've had a hard day, that feels like self-care. Spending time with that person, that fills your cup. It feels like self-care, right? Even though it has to do with the other person, it's a form of self-care. It's renewing, it's revitalizing. It's like you go home to this person or you see this person and it's like your stress melts away. And so it's like being with them like really is relaxing. You see she's very relaxed. She's very much enjoying herself here. No cares at all. Getting to watch her favorite trash TV and drink her favorite drink right here, okay? I feel like you are in a relationship right now, possibly, or coming out of a relationship that gave the illusion that this was going to be what it could offer you, that this person could offer you emotional fulfillment, meeting your physical needs, giving, like putting your mind at ease. But what we're really seeing is a lack from this person. Mental burnout. Like you're having to do so much mental, emotional labor in order to keep this relationship going. Physical lack. Not having your needs met, not feeling like you're being taken care of, feeling like you're constantly having to look over your shoulder, maybe constantly having to monitor every action. Every physical action you do, you're having to wonder, how is this going to be received? Walking on eggshells, possibly. And then 4 of Cups here. What they have to offer is just not enough. It's just not it. It just ain't it. And you're like, wow, I give so much. And just at this point, this is all you have to offer me. So what I'm seeing here for you all, pile number 3, if I'm being quite honest here, is I'm seeing like maybe a relationship is falling apart. It's hard to tell right now for you if this is falling apart so that it can come together, or if this is just simply falling apart because there is something better out there for you. Because with the Death card here, we're seeing the end to something. And I think I'm going to go with this maybe needs to end. And I don't like saying that. But this is something that is not serving you. It's like trying to give this illusion of meeting your needs, but it's not. And it's almost like you're having to be out here pretending like you're happy and like everything's fine. But that's just, I'm hearing like it's a farce. It's fake. It's just you out there trying to put on a face like, oh yeah, I'm totally satisfied and happy and carefree in my relationship and it's amazing. When you know deep down that that's not true. You can look in the mirror and see, you know what? No, I'm not actually happy. I'm not actually satisfied. My needs aren't being met. I am being drained emotionally, physically, and mentally by this relationship, by this other party, and it's not feeling like self-care. In fact, it's feeling like I'm hearing self-abandonment. With the Death card here, this is talking about an end, a transformation, but also an end. An end that, like a transformation / end that you can't come back from. You can't come back from death. Death is the final thing. That's it. It's a transformation in that there's something new on the other side that you're going into. Once we reach the point of death, there's another side to be explored. But you can't go back. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like a point of no return. It's like this relationship has hit a point of no return and things are starting to kind of fall apart. This purification occurring as well. Then we have the Hierophant here. And like I said, I heard like back to the drawing board, back to basics. This could be seeking counseling. Perhaps this could be seeking relationship counseling. This could be seeking counseling from a religious leader if that's like your thing. This could also be doing things like, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, this is doing things a tried and true way, or what feels like a tried and true way, what feels like the old school way. Whatever that means to you personally is what I'm hearing as far as elaborating on that message. Maybe for some of you, the old school way is to keep pushing and keep pushing and fighting for this, and, it works out. Maybe for some of you, the old school way is not trying to make something work if it doesn't work and moving on. It's interesting, pile number 3. This energy is really, really interesting. And I feel for you because this is not an easy place to be in. But I think you know that whatever this is, it's not really serving you. Let's find out what's next for you. I just want to see what's next. Okay, so we see this. What next? Because it's really what we want to know. What next here for you all? Is it that the sun is setting on this relationship? Let's find out. I'm going to shuffle these cards for you all. Let's find out what is next for you. This card wanted to come out immediately. 5 of Cups. Ugh. I said, let's do a lighthearted, happy reading. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. Disappointment is what the 5 of Cups is. The reassurance with the 5 of Cups, though, because anytime I pull it, I'm like, well, shit, for myself. Anytime I pull it, I'm like, well, damn, okay. The bright side, though it's hard to see sometimes, in the moment, the bright side is that not all is lost. Sure, these 3 cups, like these, what you were really working for, hoping for, these desires, not coming through, not working out like you thought, but there's still 2 cups that are standing. Not all is lost. Not all is lost. Let's see what that means. Let's get a clarifier as far as that Knight of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Guys, I'm not going to tell you what to do with this situation or what to do with this relationship. Maybe you already know. Maybe you're going, yep, I have 100% plans on leaving or whatever, or staying and making this work, whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you what to do because you know your situation better than I do. Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. There's something new out there for you. There's something new out there. New, fresh energy. You can't see it yet, but it's there. It hasn't manifested yet in the physical, but it's there. And then with the Knight of Swords, oh wow, look at this. So I never really noticed with this Knight of Swords card is what I want to show. Look, he's like fighting this person. They have their shield up and he's on the horse. I mean, obviously with the horse and this big shield, and he's got all this armor. Like, he has the upper hand. He has the advantage here. I see you like cutting off this person, cutting off this relationship, possibly ending this relationship. I guess the message here for you all, what's next in love, is that if this ends, if you choose to end this because this relationship can't withstand the fire, the fire, the transformation, the transfiguration, the purification, okay? If it can't stand that, it's okay to cut yourself off from this, cut ties. Because there is like this promise of something fresh and new. And something that will like meet your physical needs as well. If that is something you're concerned about, maybe this is somebody you share finances with and you're concerned about your financial situation. Should you leave this person, what would happen? Maybe you have left and now you're like, oh my God, maybe they're trying to get you back. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe that's what this is. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so burnt out. I'm so exhausted from this. But in the end, they're not meeting your needs. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do because you know your situation best and everybody's situation here is different. But I am going to tell you the message that I'm seeing here is that, first of all, it's okay to be disappointed, but realize that not all is lost. There are still valuable lessons that can be learned that you can take with you on this journey. If you do choose to cut this off, to end this, I'm hearing something about swiftly, doing it swiftly, it happening swiftly. I don't know. Maybe this is something, maybe you're right on the verge of doing this and this is going to be that catalyst and you're like, yep, I'm doing it. But I do see, like, if you do choose to cut this off, to end this relationship, there is a promise of something bright. There is a bright promise of like lots of potential here. Potential to have the life that you were wanting. I want to grab one more card for you, just right off the top, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who will actually work with you rather than work against you is what I'm hearing here. I feel like you're a very practical person. I think that's why Pentacles is coming up for this rather than Cups or Wands, like emotions or passion. I think you're a very practical person. Maybe you're an earth sign. Maybe you have a lot of earth sign energy. Maybe not. That's totally fine. But I think you really see the value in practical support from a partner. Someone who will work with you and make plans for life with you rather than kind of maybe what feels like working against you. And that's what I'm seeing here for you all, is there is that is out there. Someone who will meet those needs. Someone who will provide companionship on a very practical level. The level that you need. Someone who will happily plan their life with you. Who would happily work with you rather than against you. To where you're no longer having to fool yourself and put on some sort of like air, like, oh, I'm fine, everything's fine, I'm wonderful, I'm happy, I'm amazing, everything's great. Someone who actually does fill your cup and, where being with them does feel like self-care rather than like you're being depleted. Yeah. Pile number 3, I'm sorry that you've had to go through this really heavy energy. This cannot be fun. This is not a fun place to be in. But I'm seeing here that I also want to call out here, we have the Jolly Jellyfish with acceptance. I'm here, like, acceptance of the situation. You have to accept it for what it is in order to leave it behind. So accepting this for what it is, and like happiness coming through here. Happiness, having your needs met. It's out there. That person is out there. But you do have to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. And I'm hearing like cut someone, if someone needs to be cut off, this relationship needs to be cut off, it needs to happen. Now, if you're like, no, we are sticking together, we are staying, we are making this work, then what I'm seeing here is, if you're very set on that, I'm seeing that there needs to be a big change, a mindset shift, something that's like been I'm hearing like it's like sucking the life out of your relationship. It needs to be cut off so that this new energy can come in and you guys can work together rather than working against each other. But yeah, pile number 3, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this reading. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And I will see you all in your next reading. Bye.